Hello everybody, my name is Natta Jain. I'm an astrologer and also a team member here at Esoteric Technologies Astro Gold. We're excited to share the news with you that we have just launched the new version of Astro Gold macOS version 6. There's quite a number of exciting new features. We have made a number of improvements and also quite a few tweaks as well. So this video today is to showcase all that is new with version 6, and we hope that you enjoy that. So without further ado, let's crack on. First of all, we have added a new floating chart stepper feature to the program. If you go up to the view button and then press chart stepper at the bottom, it will pop up. And this is where you can incrementally move time forwards or backwards. You can see here you have different nominations of time and you can change the number of months or years, seconds, weeks. The arrow moving forward will move it forward in increments, the arrow that has the line next to it, and the big arrow will animate the chart so it quickly moves forward in time. And likewise, the arrows moving back will take it backwards. If you need to stop the animation, you just press the square. We also have a calendar feature where you can either pop in the time and the date manually, which you can see that I'm just doing here, or you can change it on the calendar and the actual clock. There's also features of now, radix, midnight and noon, which will change the chart forward to a particular time. So that is on the main transit or any chart that you have in there that is dynamic as the wheel, but you can also use it in sheets. So here I am in sheets, the click up there at the top, that's where you'll find chart stepper. And again, it's exactly the same function here, no different than what I just showed you. But here it is, and you can use it on lots of different charts. So here I am moving forward all the asteroids and the extra bodies, and you can see the longitude and travel, latitude example for those moving forwards. Likewise, you can move it backwards as well. And you can move that forward in quite a few of these pages. Here is essential dignities. Again, top left-hand corner chart stepper. And you can see all of them changing there as I'm moving it forward month by month. You choose your increment of choice. Next up, we have the Subsidiary chart wheel automator. It's the little circle here in between the is saved button and the select button. You have options of bi-wheel, tri-wheel and quad wheel. I've chosen quad wheel here. You can see that the inner ring is Julia Roberts at the top, and then you get to choose which dynamic wheels you want on the outside. Here I'm choosing the secondary progression as the first one, and I'm going to choose the perfections as the second, and I think I'm going to leave it as transits for the third. But you choose, you've got lots of options. The little cog here, if you press on it, and then you can choose the location, whether it's Natal or home or the recent one, which was London that I last put in. And then you just press generate report. So you'll see here that there's now that quad wheel of 4 separate wheels. Julia is in yellow on the inside. That's her normal birth chart. The blue one, the secondary progression, is the second wheel. The third one is the perfected wheel, which is the red one. And the last one is the transits in green. Now, if you want to simplify things and maybe not have a look at a quad wheel, then you simply press select and then remove chart at the bottom of the list. And this is a way of just clearing things up. So you can do that again until you only have one chart left if you want. Next, I'm showing you a new feature in dynamic listings. Whatever charts are brought up in the wheel, if you want to swap them, you just click this little arrows up here, but whatever charts are showing in the wheel, you can now open them as multiple new pages in dynamic listings. Here, I'm just going to run simply the transits for outer planets for Julia's normal birth chart. If I click on the right-hand little add button, that's a new window, and then I click on chart, and here's Julia's secondary progression. I'm just going to change that though, and we'll go to maybe transits and progressions. And I might change that to 12-month period instead, and just run that as a time graph. You can have it as listings or time graph instead. I'll move it to the side so it's not clogging up space. And then if I again, I press that little button on the right-hand corner to create a new page, go back to chart, there we go, and now I'm clicking on transits. Go back to the main button up here, and I think I'm going to have a look at the lunar transits now. So I'll just go up the list, there we are, and I'm going to change that to months instead, and press run. And now you can see I have 3 open pages of dynamic listings that can all be viewed for Julia's different charts. You also have the same function in the graphic ephemeris. So click graphic ephemeris. Here we've got Julia Roberts' chart. I'm going to have a look at the, let's see, transits to outer planets, yes. And I'm going to just click on run here so we can see that that is for Julia. If I want to open it again, I click on the right hand corner button and then go to charts, and here we've got Robert Downey Jr. And I might change that now to, let's see, the inner planets for Robert. And then I'm just going to press run, and you can see that you have 2 separate graphic ephemeris listings here. We've also added to the asteroid list and minor bodies. So click Sheets and go to the asteroid list. Here is the Greek Muses, which is a new ad for us, which is exciting. If you want to go to the cog, this is where you'll actually find the initial download. It's not there when I show you because I've already downloaded it, but it will be when you do that. This is the Egyptian mythology list of asteroids that's new as well. And if you click on the name, details will come up for each asteroid or minor body. Here we also get the zodiac and house as well. You can also look at the list in its entirety. Here are the 154 points. I have them in name order. And again, if you click on any of them, here's Euterpe. She is one of the muses, one of the new ones. She is the muse of lyrical poetry. It will come up with details, which is very good feature to have. Also, you can sort them. I've got it as name, but you can sort it by number. For example, I've just changed it to that now. You see it's changed. There's lots of different variations to suit you. Personally, I prefer name, so I'm going back to that. Also, if you click on the cog again, the option at the bottom is to save the full list as a PDF. So here it's Julia Roberts, and I'm just going to put in asteroids so I know what I'm saving. And then you just simply press the save button, and it's there handy for you to look at whenever you want it. In Sheets, any pinned charts can now be resized a lot more easily. So say, for example, here is the asteroid list. So if I go to the top right-hand corner pin, and you'll see it's come up here, I can move up and down the list, and I can drag the corner backwards and forwards to resize it. If I want to save it and add it to my favorites list, I press the star, and I can then simply close it. Again, I'm able to do that. For example, if I go into the Arabic lots list, again, pin it, and I can resize it by dragging it in and dragging it out. And star, if I want to add it to favorites, you don't have to, but that can be quite handy. And let's have a look at star params, exactly the same, very easy function. Pin it and then resize it again. So this can be done for the sheets, all sorts of different ones, and then I can simply close it if I want to. If I then go over to where it says pinned up here, there we go, pinned, and then this is the recently used list, and then this is my favorites list, and they're all in here. So I can click on any of those that I have pinned, and it will just pop up again straight away. So that is a very, very useful feature. And there you go. I've just clicked on another one to show you. And you can also bring up multiple pinned sheets at once. And here I'm resizing them. And if I want to, I can go and just click on another one here, the Arabic lots list, and view them both at the same time. A small improvement we've made is to sheets when you're looking at tabulations. When you resize them, wherever you happen to have scrolled to on that list, it will actually maintain the position. And when you reach the bottom of the list, it will simply stop scrolling. Another improvement is with the points list. So you can see I've added in many extra features here. If you go to Sheets and then Points List, you can scroll it now, so you will see all those extra points I've added. We also have a minimum font size that we're using, so it's easier to view. Pro reports for Astro Gold are an add-on. They're professionally written reports. There's quite a number to choose from. This is the Big 3 astrology report that's based on your sun, moon and rising sign. It already goes into quite a lot of detail, but we've just added to that even further with the decans for each the sun, the moon and the ascendant. Here you'll see it says about the sun being in Scorpio and the sun is in the first decan of Scorpio. It will also let you know the house as well. Fantastic for both yourself and clients alike. Another pro report that we've updated is the monthly lunar return report. So go to the chart, natal chart that you want, go to subsidiary charts, planet return, make sure it's on lunar, and then you've got current, nearest or natal, or you can put in the particular date or time and click calculate. You then want to go to the pro report section, make sure you've on lunar return report and choose the name and lunar return there and generate PDF. This is a fantastically in-depth monthly report about the lunar return, and it shows so much information, your temperament, different motivations over the month, what's going to give you emotional satisfaction, different turning points, all sorts of things. And it's going to go through different planets, their houses, their zodiac sign, the aspects that they're making. So whether it's your communication needs that you want to have a look at or that drive and determination, this chart is a wonderful way of making sure that you are on top of what you need to be for the month ahead. Brilliant for yourself and clients alike. We've also updated numerous natal chart interpretations. If you go to preferences and then display points, I'm just adding Lilith and Sedna here. There's many other points that we've updated, but I'm just using them as examples. Here we are in the chart. There's Sedna and Lilith. There we are, both in Taurus. So if you click on interpretations, go down the list, you'll see them added. And if you click on that, you'll see it's got the aspects, and then you can individually click on each aspect. So here we've got Lilith opposite Mercury and trining Venus, Lilith trine Venus. And you'll notice that they also say whether the aspect is strong, medium or weak. So if we have a look at Sedna here, and we click on the name and go to the aspect section, you'll see if we click on Sedna trining with Jupiter that it is a strong influence for Julia Roberts, and likewise it's a strong influence that she has with the conjunct North Node. Next, we're looking at the updated chart search feature. In chart search, you can have a look via astro details, as we can see here, signs, houses, aspect speeds, or chart details. That hasn't changed. Name, date, place, latitude, longitude, the type of chart, or also the comments, which can be quite handy. That's all very much the same. Let's say, for example, I want to have a look at Robert Downey Jr.'s chart. So I'm going to type in Robert here. And then I'm going to type in file. Now, this is where we've sorted it into folders and also single files underneath. So you'll see they're in different sections. I'm going to go to the iCloud Astro Gold here and press search. And when I do that, you will see that Robert Downey Jr. comes up in the list. And then I can simply press select. And there is Robert Downey Jr. And I can just bring up his chart. There he is. When searching for charts in iCloud, they will automatically sync up now. Okay, so if we go to open and save charts, you'll see there's this little box here. And if you click it, it means that you can now sort your charts into different orders via name, date, file order, type order, all sorts of things. You see we've got, if you're putting the name, it could be ascending or descending. Also, we've got a new function. So we had wheel and comment before, but now if you type comments into the comment section, When you're actually going through the list up and down, you will see that anyone that has a comment on it will actually have a little blue dot next to it. So it's very easy to see now when you're zipping up and down the line of client charts. Just makes life a lot easier. We've also updated the atlas. So if I go into new chart creator, and I'm just creating a new chart here. So we updated it so that the Chinese city of Xi'an shows up when you put it in. So if I just put that name in here, there we go. And then I just tab down to the actual country. I'll put in China, tab down again. You'll see it's all turned green. So that's good. And then I just calculate, and there we go. There it is. It's come up. Another feature that we've added is on the dynamic list. So click dynamic. I'm going to have a look at the transits, progressions and directions here for the year ahead. I'm just going to press run and to generate the list. And this little box here, if you click on it, you'll see I've got it ticked on waiting, and that means that the most powerful transits will be at the top of the list. So it's not in date order, it's in significant transit order, and you can either look at that as one bulk list altogether, or you can add section breaks like I have here, or you can omit them if you'd rather all the details listed one after the other. Personally, I prefer to have it in sections because I find it easier to view. We also fixed a minor crash that was happening. So for the nodes and also for the Arabic lots. So you can see here, if I go into the interpretations and I click on North Node and I have a look at, for example, opposite the sun, then that's working perfectly fine. And likewise, here's the trine of Mars with the North Node, all working perfectly fine. And if I go over to preferences and then displayed points and then add extra points, I'm just going to go down to the lots and parts section. I'll just add some in. So here is the friends point. You'll see that's coming up in the chart. I might then change that to the Hellenistic lots. And let's see, I might add Eros, for example. So we'll add in a couple of these extra points. They're showing in the chart. If you click on, here you go, there it is. If you click on ERO, that's the lot of Eros. And you can see that's coming up. No crashes there. And likewise, FRI is for friend, the part of friends. And you can just click on that as well and it will automatically view. We've updated the Astro-cartography mapping section of Astro Gold. So if you add in Julia Roberts' chart and the transit chart, and then you go up to the map section, the one that automatically comes up will be Julia Roberts' Astro-cartography, the main natal chart. However, if you click on that little icon in the top right, it will bring up a second chart, and then you can go over to the chart button actually and change it to transits or secondary progressions or whatever you'd like in there. So we've now got two that we can tab between both of them. Whatever was your first one, so in this case Julia Roberts, that's the natal chart, there will be features of that chart that are locked in. If you want to change those, you can change it on the second one. So also, if we go into graphic ephemeris, again, you will see that I can make a new window in here. So if we just run this for 3 days, this is 3-day lunar transits for Julia Roberts. And then if I click on that little button to bring up a new box, there we go. I'll just move it to the side. I'm going to go down the list, and here we'll do the transit to inner planet, and we will run that as well. So there's multiple things that you can have a look at here with that handy little button. I can close that if I want to, and then what I can do is I can then go up into the dynamic listings, and then I can also, if I'm just going to bring up a chart here, so let's go to secondary progressions for a year. I'm just going to run that with the run button. It's on the time graph here, and I'm just going to add that extra window button. Up it pops, move it to the side to make more room, and then I'm just going to have a look at, for example, the transits to the outer planets. This time I'm going to have a look at it as listings. I'll run that. There we go. It automatically pops up for you. It's a very, very handy feature to have. I'm now going to show you another fantastic new feature we've added to the Astro-cartography. So if you click on this little round circle, this subsidiary wheel automator, again, still on Julia Roberts, I'm going to generate 3 charts here with it. So the secondary progression and the transits. Let's go up to maps, and then when I click over here on charts, you'll see I can choose between the 3 of them. So let's choose a new window though first. So let's just click up into the right hand top corner so that a new window appears on that button. There we go, click. And then I'm going to bring up the new chart here, and this is going to be for the secondary progression. Now, on the top line here, you'll see this button, and that is the chart stepper, the floating chart stepper button. And because it's a dynamic chart, it's a secondary progression, it means that I can move it forward in time. So I've got options like I showed you before of days, weeks, months, hours. I'm just changing this to 1 day at a time. And I can press this button, stepping it forward 1 day at a time. If I wanted to animate it, I would choose the big triangle moving forward, and then it will be like a automatic animation moving of its own accord until I stopped it with the square. I can move backwards as well in time, or press the clock to get to where we are exactly right now time-wise. It's a great feature, and you can use that whether it's a secondary progression, a transit, any type of dynamic chart you can use that with. So here I am doing it again with the transits, going to the stepper function, and here I am bringing up the clock. I'm just changing the date here manually. I can change the time as well, typing it in or using the calendar and the clock below to do that. And here we are, it has updated it automatically. And again, I can still go back to the chart step at any time I want to and change the time. Here you see I'm moving the clock forward in time as the chart has changed. This is a great new feature. This is Cyclo-cartography, where we are cycling forward with time. If you click the little button there, then you can also look up particular events. So here we can have a look at the eclipse that's the 28th of August 2026, for example, looking forward in time. There's previous and next buttons. We could have a look at when a particular aspect was happening, or a ingress of a planet into a new zodiac sign, or maybe a return. So there's lots of different features here. Here you see I'm looking at when the new moon is next. I've skipped forward all the way to 30th of September 2027 we've skipped forward to. And you can also have a look at retrograde and direct planets as well. Here are the aspects. Let's have a look. This is the sun and it's sextiling, let's see, Venus, and we'll have a look at the next time that happens in 2027, and that is going to be the 11th of November. So you can really play around and have a lot of fun with this feature. Here we're looking at Venus return. This one is going to be for the 18th of October 2028. So forwards and backwards in time. It's a great fun feature to add to your toolbox, and one that your clients will really enjoy. Another update to the Astro Locality is with the Paran lines in the report. So if we go to maps, and then you'll see in lines I've got parans on, and now they actually show whether they are rising, setting, culminating or anti-culminating. For the sake of this, I'm just going to go to the relocate button, and we're going to relocate Julia Roberts to London, as she did do Notting Hill there. So let's put in London, and then we're going to put in the UK, the United Kingdom, and we're going to relocate this chart just as an example. So I'll press relocate. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press on the report button, and you see it's London, and we're going to press generate PDF. And here's the relocation report. So as per normal, it has the details here of the different planet angles, and also of the different lines, the direction lines, but also any Paran within a 2-degree orb, a Paran line, it's going to show up, and here it is. So it's a fantastic addition to the report. Next is an update that we've made in Maps to the local space wheel. So if you go to Maps, and then in the top right hand corner, the middle button, press that. This is the local space wheel, and now it shows the ascendant and the MC, and also extra added points. So for example, the White Moon and Lilith here. So that's a handy new addition. Also, that if you go into the lines section and under reference where it says zodiacal offsetting, you can change that to Greenwich Mean Time, the Pyramid of Giza as well, or whatever you recently used. So that's quite handy to have as well. If you select the ascendant and the MC in the main chart, under display points, then when you go to Maps, you'll also see them now showing. So here you can see we've got the MC down here, and also we've got the ascendant as well. And if you click on them, so here we go, we've got the White Moon, which is opposite to the ascendant. So if you click on a point, it's actually going to show you detail about it as well, which is a very handy feature. So there we go. Ascendant and MC now added to the Astro locality mapping. And here's a last little improvement. When you go to Sheets, any sheet that you're on, any of those pages, if you want to save the image, go to Save Image, and then it's actually going to give a little name of whatever that is now in the Save As bar, which is handy. And then it's just easy to press Save. I hope that you enjoyed all the new updates and features that we have. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us on one of our social media pages. Leave a message in the YouTube comments below, or you can email us at admin@estech.com.au. So from myself and the rest of the team here at Esoteric Technologies, Astro Gold, thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the software. Until next time, bye-bye.